Alright, welcome back. So we got another build video for you guys today. I've been playing this Paladin here for a little bit, and I think I got a build that I like. It's not finished yet, there are things that I can improve on it, but virtually we're doing Smiter with Fist of Heavens. So let's take a look at the gear first. What I put on was a Grief, okay? Phase Blade, this is obviously going to be helping me with Smite. Increasing the damage. I have no idea how to do the calculation or anything like that for it, so I'm kind of blind on that. But the next one is Shackle. Okay, so this build I'm using kind of more like a magic find and a clear all type of build, right? So it can be for PvP as well, but I have a couple item swaps and things like that I'll show you guys later on. So this here, just for the $2 skills, life and mana is good, and obviously the magic find. Next one is Enigma. Okay, I need to be able to teleport. We're going to be using Fist of Heavens mainly for this build when we're just clearing waves of monsters, especially in Chaos Sanctuary and things like that. The amulet, I did at 2 Pally skill levels with 17 faster cast rate. So I wanted to hit the faster cast rate breakpoint on my swap. To kind of be lazy and not have to hit it on my main hand. So for my shield, I'm using a Phoenix shield. This one obviously can be way better. It can be improved upon, but I kind of found like this Archon Targe or whatever it's called, Archon Targe. This base with, I think it was 40% or yeah, 40% plus enhanced damage. So I wanted to see if I could get, you know, higher than 400%. For the Phoenix rune word, which I did. This one's at 423%, so I believe that as well is going to help in the calculation and everything like that for Smite. And then obviously having that redemption aura on at all times is helpful as well. So the boots, I did Sandstorm Strex, just kind of basic boots, faster run, walk, poison resistance, repairs durability. Overall, just a pretty good boot. Raven Frost, okay, so it can't be frozen. This is the only cannot be frozen that I have on the guy. I use Directed Mesh as well for the belt to get that faster cast rate on my swap, not on my main hand. You'll see how I do it here in a second. It's kind of probably the lazy way of doing it, but I do have a 10% faster cast rate ring. I found this ring with also life stolen per hit, a little bit of mana, and yeah, so I equipped that and it seems to be doing alright, serving its purpose. Okay, I have Drax gloves for the gloves. Obviously for the life tap. I believe I'd be able to do Ubers with this guy. I haven't tested it out yet, but I will be shortly, and that will be a new video coming up. In my inventory, I really got nothing special. Couple combat skillers, faster hit recovery, life, torch, and an Annie. Okay. On my swap, I have a call to arms. Okay, for obviously the battle orders and all the buffs, and then a spirit. Okay, pretty standard swap here. For my merc, we are using an insight for that meditation aura, so we can keep teleporting and not stop and everything like that. And then I'm doing Andariel's Visage and Fortitude. So pretty standard. The Fortitude could be better, but that's what we're rocking right now. For the skill points, okay, so what I did here, I might rework this as well. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. But I wanted to do, okay, obviously Smite is going to be, where am I looking here? Smite is going to be my main skill, okay, so, or one of my main skills. I didn't max it out because you don't really need to. You're not going to get that much benefit. I did max Holy Shield though, okay, to help with that because it actually gives you damage for Smite. So I maxed out Holy Shield, I maxed out Fist of Heavens, and I maxed out Holy Bolt. Okay, and that was it really for the combat skill tree. Everything else was kind of prerequisites. For the offensive auras, okay, I maxed out. Or I didn't max out. I put 11 into Conviction. And then everything else after that, I threw into Defiance, which is also a synergy for Holy Shield. Okay. So all of these things should be working together, in theory, in my mind, right? To kind of get the best out of the character build. So let's take them out. I'll do a little gameplay for you guys. I'll take them through. Ooh. What are the catacombs? Alright, Ondariel is on Terror Zone, so it'll be kind of a good example. So obviously, first buff up. And then yeah, I just stay on my switch hand. Oh, I need to start a new game. Looks like. Alright, I'll have to cut that part out because it obviously quick edit, minor technical difficulty. Alright, so we're gonna we'll start off with Andy. It is the Terror Zone right now, so we'll take advantage of that. If I can get there we go. Alright. So I just stay on my swap hand. Do all my teleporting, and my main hand, or my main button click, I use to use Fist of Heavens. So just kind of makes it easier. I find it's pretty seamless this way. Then as soon as you kind of get to a boss, you can switch over to your main hand, which is the Grief, and your Phoenix Shield, and smite them to death. Is the theory behind this build. So you can see here, he doesn't really run into too many areas that mess him up. Like, he is pretty well-rounded character. And actually, like, the Fist of Heavens skill is way stronger than it used to be. I don't think I would have been able to, like, cheat the build this much in the original Diablo, Lord of Destruction. So I think because of the updates, it's kind of possible to play him with this much magic find and everything like that, which I didn't even show you guys yet. I'll show you after this run. Alright, beside me. I'll switch hands now, put on our fanaticism, and smite him. So you can see he's not the fastest build, he's super strong, very tanky. Ooh, no drops. Alright, let's take a look at the magic find and everything like that. Our stats here. First, let's clean up my inventory. Hmm. 100% fully. Cool. Okay, so the basic stats here, you can see for my stat points, I put in strength, just a base value, just enough to get in my gear, just to wear the gear. Dexterity, same deal. Everything into vitality. Okay, so this gives me on my Smite hand, I guess you can say, I got 13% life stolen per hit, 141 better chance of getting magic items. Life after each kill, 32% increased attack speed. So I don't know how to calculate this to see if I'm hitting my frame rates for Smite. Like, I do have what level? 12 fanaticism or so, that plus whatever the speed. I don't even know what the frame rate is, or the increased attack speed is needed to hit. But if you guys know, let me know in the comments. I'd love to get a little bit more knowledge on that. And that's pretty much it. So we got Deadly Strike, Fire Absorb, Cold Absorb, Slows Target, Cannot Be Frozen. Okay, Fire Resistance, Damage to Demons, Chance of Open Wounds. So I'm pretty sure we'll be able to do Ubers with this guy. He might be a little slow, but I think he'll be able to do it. On the swap hand. Okay, so if I swap hands, this is the hand I'm going to be using now for Fist of Heavens. Okay, so in this hand, really, the thing I was looking for was the faster cast rate. So just to hit that, not the highest level of faster cast rate on the Paladin, but at least the second for teleporting and everything like that. Okay, better chance of getting magic items, jumps up to 171 on this hand. And those are the basic stats there. So let's go ahead, we'll do a quick, Diablo or Chaos run so you guys can see. Oops, I swapped to the wrong hand. So in case Sanctuary, this is a really good place for a Fist of Heaven's Paladin. He can just wipe out most monsters. He's able to do Veil runs as well, quite well. Obviously, Source, Lightning Source, and things like that are still faster, but for kind of an overall Pally build that's not a Hammerden, I think he does pretty well. So 1 or 2 bolts, and you know everyone's just melting. So, and this is, I guess, as well only on players 1 because. Well, I don't have 8 people in the game right now. It is online as well. But he does well as well in players 8. I use a little bit more of the Smite just because he'll have that life tap and everything like that for a little bit more survivability when the monsters are a little bit stronger. But yeah, this is the basic build. No real problems though. And you know, it's not like the gear is super unachievable or anything. It's pretty basic gear. You guys will be able to build this quite easily, I believe. I didn't use anything super crazy. I don't really have much either. I do want to work on getting a better Phoenix though, because I think I'll notice a difference if I can. And I haven't even used my Conviction aura, you know. But it's not necessary. Alright, we do a quick swap. Put on our Fanaticism aura. Should have been on. I had misclicked earlier. And we wait. And we click. And he just slowly melts away. But pretty decent kill speed. Not too bad. Alright, could be worse. Could be a Barbarian. Alright, so that's the new Smite, Fist of Heaven, Paladin build, magic finding, monster slaying dude. Alright. Let me know what you guys think in the comments of this build or how I could make it better. I know there's lots of things that we could switch up. Oh, before I do that though, before you guys leave your comments, let's take a look at my items to swap out. So you guys kind of know what's going on here, right? Hello? Alright, so what I got, kind of what I play around with anyway for like PvP and stuff like that when I'm trying to use them for other stuff. I got this Crown of Ages in here. I got a Griffin's Eye. Okay, so if I want a little bit more lightning or damage, right, if I'm gonna go PvP style with him. Kira's Guardian for can't be frozen, higher resist depending what's going on, faster hit recovery. This is all stuff I was using before. Phoenix Sword, that was just a mistake. I should have never done. I do have a Herald of Zakarum as well that I can swap in. But I think I like this Phoenix Shield so far. But let me know what you guys think. What would be better in the long run? I got a Verdungos, String of Ears, okay, Laying of Hands for the increased attack speed. I don't know if I need them. Maybe I do. Maybe I'm not hitting that breakpoint with Smite. Let me know. Dream, that was for something else. And that's it. That's all we got right now. Oh, I do have High Lords as well, so I sometimes will put that on. Yeah, those are the options for PvP and other stuff, I guess, for PvM. So let me know in the comments what you think of the build, how we can improve it, and I'm going to keep tinkering with it. We're going to keep making it better until we can't, I guess, anymore. So like, comment, subscribe if you guys haven't already, and we'll catch you on the next video.